Dan Rothenberg and Joe Klosik, two guys trying to figure it out. Not the right wing, not the brosphere. Left of center, with humor and empathy.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome
to
the Splain.
The Splain. You went too quick.
Well, I've heard that sometimes.
Uh-huh. The Splain.
The Splain.
Joe, okay.
Like and
It's
subscribe.
Over. Like and subscribe. You have one shot in life. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Joe, first of all,
yes,
I'm feeling good because I just did a yoga practice.
Oh.
And you don't want to know what the
How's
name
your
of it?
ovaries?
Mm-hmm. They're great. You know what the yoga practice was called? You are enough. This guy, I am enough.
Yeah. People like me. I'm successful.
I am so everyone
How does yoga
can fuck off.
Because
I'm enough.
I
You got
tried
it?
yoga,
Yeah.
and I feel like there's too much of me.
What are you?
Well,
What do you mean?
I'm enough, and then I have more, and because I have more, it's hard to get into some of those poses.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you are too much looking to be less.
Yes.
Well, again, it's about, Joe, it's about being enough in your body, self-acceptance, and then...
Oh, I have enough.
Mm-hmm.
I have enough of my body.
Right. I would say...
I'm ruining this for you. I apologize.
Leave the yoga to me.
Oh, done. When you say yoga, like, what does that mean? Because, I mean, look, you're in Portland. I'm in the Bay Area. I feel like 90% of what yoga is it's manicky white women passive-aggressively telling you to do something that you don't feel is natural.
Yeah. You nailed it. You summed it up. Yes, absolutely. Yoga is a 30-year-old white person asking you to notice your body and giving you sort of giving you direction on trying to let go of what's stressing you out, even though you have a bunch of responsibilities that they don't understand. And you're kind of thinking about it. Yeah. I remember when I used to believe that.
Yeah.
But you get your hammies stretched out. So it's a balance.
Okay, but you get your hammies stretched
It's a stretch.
All right. Yeah.
Yoga's a great stretch, great for the core. That's it. And that's what, when you get into middle age, which I still say we're in. No?
No.
Come
buddy.
on.
No.
Well, what are we, old? No. You start to translate that to stretches me out, gets the core going.
Yeah.
And you take what you need and leave the rest.
I mean, I have a core. I have a center of mass. That's the problem. There's a mass at my center.
Right. And so there is a, have you ever done any core work besides what you're going to say? But actually,
I would have to say honestly, no. I haven't. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I even tried to sit up.
Okay. Do you sit up by necessity? Do you just?
Well, I mean, yeah, you have to get out of bed, right?
Can I quote, now that one of these people is dead and one is missing in action?
Jesus.
Dan Lewis, remember John Panette?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it on air. Dan Lewis, our friend, who we don't know where he is,
Jesus,
because he's funny. He's the real funny, manic person. He wrote, in my opinion, the only funny material John Panette ever did. Clever,
wow,
funny shit. Do you remember when Dan was writing for him?
Yeah.
Rest in peace. He did a great bit. He said, so I went to the trainer. They told me to do sit-ups. Told me to do sit-ups and push-ups. I don't do ups. I do downs. Lay down, sit down, give me a sandwich, I'll scarf it down. Is that not Dan Lewis?
That's very. I can
funny.
see him delivering it. I can see.
Yes.
I mean,
I don't do ups.
It's a shame.
Downs.
Is there any video of Dan Lewis? It's so funny.
No,
not to totally.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
He's
in
a
action.
Yeah,
he's like the Loch Ness monster. Blurry, missing in action. There's that Bigfoot. Whatever.
It's fascinating. I mean, this is an aside. I don't know if anybody else will find this interesting, but it is fascinating to me that the time that we came up in, you could be a pretty successful local comedian, and there was no video footage of you because we weren't carrying cameras around. There wasn't any cell phones.
It never happened.
And so it's just like, there's this weird void. We talk about these people and bring up these names.
Yeah. It might as well have not happened.
That's the thing that's sort of distressing.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Things that happen pre-smartphone. It's I mean, think about our entire comedy youth is a rumor. It's a rumor. Guys, we were up there with tucked in shirts and those lame weave leather belts that doing. Remember that?
Oh, that reminds me. I need to apply to Sketchfest for our 90s stand-up show idea.
Do it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it'll be a
Janine
winner.
Garofalo.
It's hilarious.
Who would like just spitball
now
with
we're just
right
chatting.
now?
This is a
podcast.
I'm sorry. Now we're just
You're right. You're right. Well,
we could either
it's still better than most podcasts.
Thank you. We are gonna. Okay, I'll explain it. What the hell? We are going to do a show. We're going to pitch a show for SF Sketchfest, which is 90s comedy. So we're going to get people which is great because it's the only show I could ever be on because the last material I wrote was in the 90s. But imagine this. I think this is a great idea. So you have a bunch of comedians that existed in the 90s. You take your set from the 90s. And you do it, not just a retrospect. You step into the
you don't
you step into it and deliver it. So we're all going into a time machine together.
Yeah.
Boom, into the 90s, and we're all going to experience it together. And then I was thinking, now if we get someone like a big headliner, they'll dip in and out as much as they want. You know what I mean? But for you and me, and maybe
stay in character.
Yeah, you stay in character. Isn't that? I think that's
a great
clever.
idea. You have to stay in the 90s.
Yes, you have to stick with this it's like at the punchline, and this is what you did at the punchline. I'm thinking you, me, like Dan Gabriel. He'd be a good.
Yeah.
Anyone else come to mind? Like people.
God, it would be great to have Dan Lewis wherever he may be.
We'll look for him. For him.
God, who else was?
That'll be the opportunity to reach out to Dan Lewis. And then at the end, what do you think about this? We do a little Q&A of, okay, what happened? Where are they now? I'm serious.
What happened? Well, after the third rehab.
No. Yeah. Of all of us. I mean, wouldn't that be? I'm up there doing the coffee joke.
Oh, my God.
Of when I was gay, selling it, boom, and then here we are now.
What would you think of having Scott Silverman on the show?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
I just triggered you. I apologize.
I would love to have Scott Silverman on the show. There's one thing. We just have to, as long as he gets
with
the
format.
Theme.
Yeah.
Sticks with the theme. The only pause is, Scott, if you're out there, I would love to have you. The only pause is I was kind of thinking he wasn't particularly topical or of the time, or was he?
True.
You know what I mean?
He was of the time, I think. I mean, but I hear what you're saying. All right. I mean, I think it's a great idea. I will pitch it. If we get a big name,
Yeah. So if you're listening, I think it's a great, try to get the biggest name we can. Obviously, Colleen's sneaking in.
That's okay.
She says hi.
Is that your intern? Is that what's just plugging something in? You need a beverage?
More coffee.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I can't even sell it. I can't even sell it.
Okay, honey. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You see that Key and Peele sketch? And I said, bitch. You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
I looked her right in her eye and I said, okay. So,
anyway,
join us
buddy.
at Sketchfest 90s. What were we talking about? Yoga?
We were talking about yoga, but you brought up something before we went on air, started recording.
I don't know if I want to go there. I don't know. You know, I've said it to death. Okay, if we're going to talk about this.
Yeah. So why don't you tell the people what's on your mind?
Okay, I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes because you know what? You know what's hard? This is going to sound weird. You know what's hard about having progressive ideas? They're hard to organize.
No, I think that's ADHD.
Maybe that's it. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say this. Of all of the Me Too, and I hate the idea of in the wake of Me Too, such and such. To me, ideally, that should have been an increase in our own consciousness as to what consent is, and now we're all better, not a phase we all went through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sort of but from that era in our history, I think in some ways, one of the most frustrating legacies is Louis C.K. There's something on both sides. There's something that is unresolved about it. It's unresolved. And I think from my point of view, it's hard for me to express my frustration or my opinion of that situation without even just listening to myself and feeling like, well, what am I complaining about? First of all, obviously, I'm not a woman comedian and I haven't been affected by him in that way. Secondly, he's a comedian, he's plowing his trade, and he has a right to. And I don't even deny that, okay? But I will say this, and I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, I can't
Shit,
go
I thought
on
we were
and on
already in the
about this
timer.
shit.
Damn it.
Hold on. Did I already say that?
Oh boy. I'm setting a timer for 3 minutes.
All right. Got it. He has a new Netflix special out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he should. On the one hand, he should. He's a businessman. Netflix is a business. I think Louis C.K. Here's the crazy thing. In terms of talent, and there's no one I'm more jealous of his talent. I think he's the best comedian alive right now. He is a brilliantly talented guy, and I have no doubt if I listen to this special, it'll be a new hour of great material. He is an incredible comedian, but what it represents is Netflix is a nod toward he was the victim. The idea is he's come through it, and now Netflix is an indication that
he's paid a price.
He's paid a price. He's back.
Yeah.
Netflix means welcome back.
Yeah.
And it's not that I feel like someone should be it's not about canceling. It's about the fact that he was able to get back in a way where he never really he didn't take responsibility.
Yeah.
He allowed narratives, tropes and narratives to protect him, like well, this was his kink was just explore his kink was disclosed, and that's what happens with famous people, and he didn't really do anything wrong, and he was just a little sexually weird, as opposed to what he actually did to women when he was in power. And the whole thing kind of came and went, and he didn't enlighten us like I was hoping on the way.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, there's this kind of illusion that, no, these guys really get stuck it to him because he lost 35 mil and this and that. But if you really take a step back, the system is put in place to allow the permission structures are all there to allow him back. Actually, at the end of the day, we look at these guys and give them a little noogie and go, it's all right. Whereas I'm not so sure about the women or the people that this happened to. I think, I don't know what position they're in, but that's what kind of bothers me is there's a that at the end of the day, this perpetuated something that's been there before. And the last thing I'll say is a lot of people would say, how much does he have to suffer? And he's funny. And what does that have to do with anything? You're right. All I have a right to say is, Louis, I wish you'd handled it differently. And I can't step into your shoes. Maybe
he shouldn't have handled it.
Yeah. He shouldn't have handled it
let's
to
start
begin
there.
with. Yeah. You didn't no, definitely. But if you look at, and this, if you kind of look at, if you look at the content since it happened, he kind of skated around it. He didn't skate through it. He did. I was hoping he would be the guy to really take it on.
I remember explaining or not.
And now, when you have a Netflix special, there's something sad to me because, it's over. And this is all going to go down. This is the part that bugs me. It's an indication this is going to go down that he was the victim. And that means it continues to happen. That means these things perpetuate themselves.
I think the biggest disappointment with all of it for me is if there was a comedian that had the natural skill and the ability to articulate something that was gross and embarrassing and make it funny, make it thought-provoking, make it interesting, it was Louis C.K. And instead of doing that, because most of his comedy for his entire career was very, very vulnerable, very self-confessional, very much about, man, I'm an idiot and I can't believe that happened and why is this going on in my life? But he didn't. And instead, I think he was the best comedian for a while, but some of the stuff that I heard that he was doing afterward, it felt like it was very simple, and it felt like he was like, all right, look, the people that are coming to see me now are this new conservative right. Oh, is that Louis C.K.?
That's the Louis
that's the Louis
timer. Enough with him.
But he didn't, and as a result, it's not so much. And when people say, "Oh, he lost $35 million," he just didn't get the big gigs that he was getting. He was still a millionaire, and the big. I mean, to me, I also wonder, like, he has 2 daughters. What did they think about it? And would he want to hear that a guy with such a power imbalance was walking in on them at their job and doing something? Because that's the thing, like, he could only get away with that because of the power imbalance, because you're like, and then finally I'll just say this and take it for whatever it's worth. If I got a call from the Punchline or from Cobb's, Joe, would you like to open for Louis C.K.? I would say yes. I would say yes. And I know that probably, but I asked myself,
you know what? I have to admit, I thought the answer was going to be no there. I thought you were setting us up.
I would like it to be no. I would, but I also feel like, I have had the opportunity to open for him. And I feel like watching him show after show after show, seeing the choices that he made, seeing how he would change things, seeing the order of his set, it was a master class in stand-up, and just like, oh, that's interesting. And then just getting to have a little bit of conversation. He's I think he's an introvert by nature, I think. Well, unless he's walking into a room masturbating,
Mm-hmm.
then you're an
Yeah,
extrovert.
it depends on your definition.
I would love to know what the psychologist.
Yeah.
What like what does that say when that is how
he's an extrovert?
There you go. That's the title of my next CD.
Now, Joe, I don't mean to. Something to consider is consider that I don't think you would work with him.
I would.
You would?
Yeah, because and look, I'm
then
gonna admit,
okay, then we kind of have, maybe I would too, but then we kind of have nothing to say though. That's the thing.
How ballsy would it be though if you went up and you did a bit about it?
Now that I would.
That
admire.
Would be, I mean, I would get that recorded. I probably wouldn't do it the first show, but
All right, if you promise to do that.
Yes, if I am ever in a situation to accept a gig to open for Louis C.K., the last show.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that, because here's our friend. It's funny. I was hanging out with our friend Tony. This was like 5 years ago. It was a long time ago. I met him in L.A. And he was saying to me, you know what? We were talking about it. He said, there's no amount of money I would take to open for him. And a part of me thought, yeah, like me neither. Who cares? We're nobody, and he's him, and he'll find someone to open for him. But I will say that I think there is a few of us that kind of get it, and most of what Greg Barron said is it's mostly, there are many female comics that would say that. I'm not opening.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
And that's all we have is to say no to that gig that I will never be offered.
That's all we have. Thing too.
Like, say no to that gig.
That's how they get you. Like, one, I'm not going to be. It's not coming my way. I'm not the young new flavor on the way up. I'm not. If for some reason I was offered it, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably turning down a pretty good payday. I'm probably, and I also, I can justify it in my head by going, okay, but I'm going up there, and the material that I do is decidedly left of center. It's introspective. It's social. But
can't do it.
But he's already got the gig. What am I?
Yeah, see, that's all moral relativism. You're living in ambiguity. You're living in gray area. Okay. If not me, who else?
Yeah.
It's like, that's what paparazzi say. There's a demand for it. If I'm not going to do it, someone else will do it.
What if I opened every show by walking out there and masturbating? Every show.
That would somehow, I think that I would mark that as satirical, and I would give that to you.
Okay.
Is there to our 60 subscribers?
Yes.
What do you think? Does a comedian that here's where I come out, seriously. You either say no to that gig, or if you're going to talk any smack about him or have any opinion, you've got to say no to that gig.
I think
there's no moral stance.
I hear you, and I agree with you. I think I would. I'm just being honest. I think I would. I would eventually say no, but it would. I have to admit, yeah, it would hurt a little bit. But that's, you either have values or you don't.
Right. In a case like that, you got to step into that, and
I'll just tell Christine,
crowd
hey,
that's excited to see.
We can't send our kid to college. Sorry.
How much money do you think you're going to make? What
if he was like? What if he was like, oh, Joe, God, I remember working with you years ago. Let's go on the road together. We're gonna do theaters, and you're gonna get $2,000 a night to do 30 minutes up front. We'll fly you out. We'll put you up so you don't. There's no cost. We're gonna go on the road for the summer, so you're gonna come back with like $40,000 in 2.5-3 months.
Okay, but exactly. So it's a tough one, but imagine. But if you're going to do it, you got to do it. You're going to be around it, and his crowds are going to love you, and you're going to seek his mentorship, and you're gonna help him out selling his merch, and he's going to tip you, and you're going to be cleansing his soul. And the next thing you know,
I'm walking into a room, masturbating in front of female openers who've been doing comedy for 5 years. Like,
why
this
not?
is what Louis taught me. What's wrong with it?
Yeah. No, why not?
This is going to get me a Netflix special in 10 years.
Essentially, why wouldn't you?
Harvey Weinstein is a political prisoner.
Why wouldn't you? That's right. Think about it.
Money is corrupting. Your ego is your worst enemy in that situation. No, look, I would say no. I would. But it would be, I'm going to be honest with you.
I convinced you? You're going to say no now?
As a comedian, it would be difficult because you're right. If you were setting foot in front of an audience that is just primed and excited and packed out, you're just hitting them with great...
You are that. You are opening... That's
successful?
Who you are.
I'm
that's
successful?
What you are. Exactly. Under certain... conditions, Joe. So who are you going to be?
I guess I'm going to be the unknown comedian who stands on principles.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You're the spleen guy.
So you better like and subscribe us, bitches.
Like and subscribe for Joe,
because it's tough.
It's a tough gig. It's a tough choice. Yeah.
Speaking of like dying in the wasteland. So I was on KTVU Channel 2, and they gave me...
I saw that. That was great.
Yeah, they gave me like 20 minutes. And it was before like a giant World Cup game. I think that's the only way I ever would have been given 20 minutes, right? And we kind of did the Get It game show format. It was just, everything was changing like right up until it happened, and it's live and it's on air and there's no commercial break, and it's just like, okay, I'm committing to this. I don't know how it's going. And you want to believe, like back in the day, that would have been massive. You know what I mean? Like that would have been a massive local comedian coup. People would be talking about it forever. Like Klosik did 20 minutes on Channel 2.
Now it's like, those shows are still on.
Yeah. It's funny.
They still have local news.
They still have local news. Yeah. The news was a comedian doing 20 minutes to pump up people to see his Father's Day show.
How'd it go? Did you get some?
Yeah, we got some people out. I mean, I wouldn't call it heat, but we definitely got some people that came out as a result of that. And, that was cool. It's hard to know in this day and age, like what, you're not going to turn it down,
No, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
You did a very good job.
I'll
tell you what I was thinking. You did. No, you did a great job. I'll tell you, when I was watching that, it brought me back to the awkward positions comedians are put in, to the monkey, the dancing monkeys.
The dancing monkey. Yeah.
How you doing? Start doing bits.
Yeah. Do your
in
thing.
front of no one. In front of no one.
There's just cameras and people off to the side. And
so
like, all right.
Start. Yeah. And I remember learning that from, do you know Jimmy Schubert?
Oh yeah.
The old school, and I admire this, that old school skill of doing radio. You go in firing with the same, good beer today. Just went to the strip club last night. Just put a couple strippers through college. But I mean, whatever. It wasn't genius. But doing the thing.
Yeah.
And building that muscle of forcing comedy into a space that is just neutral. You did a good job of that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, it was so awkward, but everybody was very supportive. I met those two guys like less than a minute before we went on. The anchor, she was amazing. She was very sweet, very skilled at keeping things going. She had no idea what we were going to do like before it started, but you would not know that. And I was like, I was editing because first it was supposed to be 30 minutes, and then they're like, okay, it's going to be 20. Okay, it's going to be 17. And then I'm like, all right, I'm throwing cards out before we go on to just like edit the time down. But it was still, yeah. And I tried to also just be like, okay, you know what? The irony in that situation is I am way more professional and able to handle this now
Yeah.
than I would have been back in the day.
It's that classic stand-up training. You're an oak tree.
Yeah.
And that's a stand-up, and it's not it's not monologuing or memorizing, or it's you just know what works. You know yourself.
And I got the ultimate compliment afterwards, which was Molly sent me a Facebook message saying that was really good. And she watched it. She actually I liked this line. This was really funny. And I'm like, okay. So if Molly likes it, and for those who don't know, Molly is the punchline booker, who we started with.
So all we want is Molly's approval.
Still trying to get her on this too.
It's all that, right.
It's all that matters.
Get brought up. Listeners, do you ever have any just sort of people? Now, I don't want to call Molly a gatekeeper, even though she is and was. She was cool, Molly's.
Yeah.
But just those people that all your life, there's just so much into that dynamic. Like you told me that Tom Sawyer used to book Cobbs. You told me a story about how you were like, Tobbs said, "Hey, are you available for this?" And you're like, "No." And I'm like, "Are you crazy?"
I know.
You said no to Tom. I don't know if I could do it. It freaks me out.
I had a whole, there's such a vast backstory, and someday we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll even have him on. I don't know. But, Tom Sawyer owned Cobbs, and that was a huge milestone to just start getting on those showcases, and then to get booked, and then to get bumped up to feature. I mean, in like a 5-year period of time, we went from unknown to being these very big fish in a very small pond. And a lot of that had to do with Tom. And, I was very, very grateful. I still am grateful for that time and that experience. But I also have had, in years that have gone by, I mean, he comes up for me on, not to get all programmy and everything, but he comes up for me on my fourth step. He comes up for me in resentments. There's a lot of unexamined emotional trauma there that Tom is responsible for, that Tom is never going to understand. And is
more than the average comedian of that era. I mean,
yeah, because he was a gatekeeper, and and yeah, being able to say no to Tom. It wasn't like, hey, I get to say no to Tom, but I just didn't like the way. I think Tom also has it in his head, like, I'm going to ask a comic to do something, and of course he's going to do it because I'm Tom, and I used to have all these great gigs and all this power, and now it's like, Tom, I can say no, and just the way that I won't go into detail, but the messages.
Well, Tom, if you're out there, I'll do anything you want. Anytime, call me. I will.
I'm surprised they haven't, man. I mean,
and it doesn't have to do with comedy. I'm still.
This got weird.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh shit! Wait a minute. I just got this is very adult. I just got a message from my Redwood Credit Union. There's one transaction. Huh. It's fraud. Unusual activity on your Visa debt card. Huh.
Let it go. That's whatever. It's fine.
It's fine. It's probably nothing. Let's see what
I once, sometimes I'm surprised by my lackadaisical attitude towards something. I lost a credit card at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I went and got it back 6 months later. And I was like, hey, it's there. Is that irresponsible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you cancel it? Did you?
No.
Did you call them?
It's there. There were no. I could see my transactions. No one was using it, so I figured it's there. So I'll get it when I can. And it was like 6 months later.
I don't know what this means.
What's the problem, Joe? Let us in. If you're going to be all distracted,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, it says that there's a $50 pending transaction, and I don't know what it's for. Starbucks. Yeah, I got that one. I'll have to figure this out. But
can you figure it out after? Or are we gonna?
Sorry, but
or do you want to get on the phone and
do
it either way? No. Let's just be in the. Let's be present with whatever we're doing.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Maybe I did spend $50 on something, but I for the life of me, I can't remember what. $49.95. That sounds like something I would spend money on, doesn't it? $50.
Yeah, $49.95.
You're in the suburbs, probably. God, what is it?
I don't know. I've been there. I know. Do you and your girl share a credit card?
We do not.
Do you? Yes, we're married. That shit. Yes, that's what happens. You've been married 25 years. Yeah. You share.
I mean, we might. I don't know. I don't know where we are. In that process. We've talked about, I think we've talked about this before. I mean, her parents, they kept separate checking accounts and, that's pretty standard. Yeah. And, I'm okay with that. I think what we'll do is we'll eventually have some house fund or something, that is common. I don't know. I mean.
So my dad does.
Yeah.
They don't commingle shit, but they have like a house thing.
Yeah.
If my dad kicks, she'll get like $20 in the jar or whatever. Yeah. People do it.
$20 in the jar.
Whatever. People do that.
Well, this brings us to our next topic.
Yes.
So, I don't know what it cost for you to get married. How long have you been married now?
I've been married 23-ish years.
Ooh, you better know that.
2001. 25? 2003. I don't know. 20-something years.
So I don't know what it cost 20-something years ago.
$10,000.
Wow. No way.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
That was all the money we had in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into the resentment I still have for certain people.
Oh boy.
Not just get on board. Just be happy, even if.
Are we talking about parents?
Probably. Even if your kids are blowing all their money to feed people, it's what we were going to do. We did it.
Yeah,
it was great. You were at my wedding.
Yeah.
It's a very
it was really nice. Yeah.
Great wedding. We danced the night away. And
did most of the money go to the gazebo?
No, that was my father-in-law.
Oh, okay.
The chuppah. It's called a chuppah. Oh, did you see Meet the Parents?
Yes.
And I believe you would call it a chuppah. It was a beautiful chuppah.
Chuppah, it doesn't cost that much.
So I have two things to say. Doubly. It was a wonderful, on the one hand, again, it was a wonderful wedding we had. On the other hand, I just want to remind you.
Yeah.
Here's the two things about marriage you have to reconcile. On the one hand, it's not all about money. Okay? On the other hand, don't be a broke fucking loser.
I mean, yes.
Don't be a broke ass fucking spouse.
No.
Build something.
No. Yeah. No.
Oh,
that's
We were young.
Yeah. I think so far it's pretty. I mean, the day-to-day stuff is pretty equitable, but yeah, she's coming into it with a lot more than I have.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
But
what do I mean by that, though?
What do you mean by that?
Be in a position, which you are. Like, Colleen and I got married before we were really financially viable. Do you know what I mean? We were in a temp job. How does this life even work phase? It's just tough. That's all. Like, however, we all want more money, but be in a position where you're like, this is where I'm going and I have a plan and have a little money in your pocket.
Yeah.
You're going to be married,
Yeah.
which you do.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I've got my savings. I've got, even though when she did see the number written down, she went, "Aw," which,
Oh, that was
which
like
I
the
think,
David Tell joke
which I think,
about the penis. Oh,
that was the
oh,
I track it,
oh,
and I
what is
keep,
it? You got a little
and
money.
it's
What do
written.
you have? Do you
Aw.
have a little? Look
Yeah.
at you.
I have a fun-size savings
You
account.
have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got enough.
It
for
was
like a
enough for
gift
me.
basket.
You-
You got a little money.
I've got
That's
credit.
nice.
Here's the thing
Hey,
that I will
as long
tell
as
you.
it's teamwork. She
It's
knows.
teamwork.
Yeah.
The thing about a wedding is, man, it is an industry that they know if you want it, you're going to pay for it, right? There is no,
They got you.
You're not negotiating with anyone. You're not, you're not going to stand there with your partner to be and go like, oh, do you have something?
And again, that's why you can't be broke. You got to buckle up, or whatever the word.
Let me ask you something. Bronze alternative? Is there?
Yeah.
Because I mean, the other day I was serious about this. We're at Costco, and I'm like, why don't we get married here? I mean, they've got free samples. That's gonna save money right there on hors d'oeuvres, and there's plenty of space.
But it's a mentality. Here we are.
Here we are.
How bad could it go?
We love each other.
We love each other.
Like,
have some Cheez-Its.
Come on. Who knows what they're having that day?
They're on special.
Yeah. And you might pick some up. You might bring them home. You might spend a little money, I don't know.
So let me ask you this. On a grand scale, what kind of wedding are you guys after? How much are you going for it? How much is it?
Well, I mean, to me,
are you doing your own flowers, or are you?
Oh, the flowers. Don't get me started. So right now, I think we're exploring doing our own centerpieces, which is kind of cool, because the other thing too is I like the idea that the wedding represents us, that it represents some of our personality, that it represents what we like, what we're, I want it to be creative. I want it to be fun. It turns out all of that costs money.
Yes. Costs.
Everything costs money, and it's not just like, oh yeah, we can do that for a little bit more. It's like, wait, how much? So it's crazy, but it's also, I'm not gonna be that guy either. That's gonna be like, no, we're not doing that. That's too much money. But then, there are people that tell me like, look, do you want a day, or do you want to be able to go on vacation? Do you want a single day, or do you want to be able, and it's like, okay, I don't want it to look cheap. I don't want people to be like looking around like, wow, okay, they just.
What does that mean to you? Does that mean, okay, you guys are doing it in a banquet room?
So for anybody that's local Bay Area, we found a beautiful location up in the Berkeley Hills. It's a gorgeous room. It's like partially outside, and then we move inside. It's really, I think we got really lucky with that. Where we're struggling now is finding the caterer, and so far we've been really underwhelmed by all of the choices. We have to pick from one of their preferred caterers. The last event that we went to, this one caterer ran out of food, which, gotta tell you, does not make you feel good.
What kind of food are we talking about?
Well, that's the other thing. Like, everything becomes a big choice, right? And so, look, we know that we're going to have a few vegans, so we're going to make sure that there's something there for them, but please eat it outside. And
is this going to be a night event?
I don't know, Dan. I don't know. You're coming at me with a lot of questions, man, and it's stressing me out, because this is what we're trying to figure out.
You're doing a real wedding.
We've got it booked from we've got it booked from noon to 10 at night. So we booked the whole day. It's a Sunday.
Okay, great.
And we don't know yet.
Is it indoors?
We want the thing. We want the actual ceremony to be outdoors. So that's maybe 30 minutes, right?
Come say hi to Joe. Oh.
Maybe that's 30 minutes, max, and then we move inside. Or, where the tables are set up, the DJ is set up, the food is set up.
We're going to be dancing. We're going to be...
I have to learn a dance. Dan.
Okay, here's another thing I learned.
Yeah.
I'm
doing it.
Do everything she wants, everything, always, everything, even if it feels lame. I'm serious. I didn't do the dance.
It doesn't
feel lame. My first reaction was, do it.
I'm going to do it.
I have some, I have some input here. When you're doing and it sounds like you guys are going to have a great wedding. This is some input based on a wedding I was recently at, who will remain nameless. But think about when you're doing it, imagine that you're attending it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is this really going to be comfortable?
What do you mean comfortable?
Okay, so I was
emotionally or like the chair?
Physically. Is this? Yeah. Am I going to have to wait in line for food for an hour?
Yeah.
Because it's. Am I going to have to wait?
Was it banquet style or buffet style?
It was a buffet style. This was a long time ago. So if you're listening to this and you know me, this was not your wedding, right? Yeah. Am I going to have to? Is this in the summer and it could be blazing down sun with a tent that doesn't necessarily the tent block
food will be
the
indoors.
Sun? Is the food going to be outdoors, spoiling? Is it going to be? So here's the thing. Here's what can happen.
Oh God.
What?
This is just so stressful. This is the thing. Like you start to go through the logistics.
Oh, it shouldn't be stressful? It's gonna be awesome.
I'm enjoying it. I am.
Let me finish my rant.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. So sometimes when you have young people getting married, which let's call so you don't qualify for this, there's something that's supposed to be endearing and cute about we had our friends do this and we had our friends do that and so did the thing and we kind of didn't hire anyone because we're young. Yeah, but this sucks. Yeah, but I'm in the the food is spoiling. It's hot.
Yeah.
And the reality, think about the general comfort.
We're thinking about it. Trust me. We're I mean,
all right, I just had to get that off my chest.
I've never thought more about tables in my life. Round tables, rectangular tables. How many per?
What about doing this? I pictured your wedding at the Punchline.
I mean, it could have been done, and I'm sure we could have gotten a deal,
Yeah.
But nothing is ever going to top. Who was it? Joe. I'm blanking on his last name. Remember, were you at his wedding
Bartnick?
at the Bartnick? That was one.
You had a wedding at the Punchline?
Yeah, you don't remember? It's so long ago now.
I might have been out of the scene there.
I mean, it was one of the funniest things I ever saw, and I think it was still very, I don't even know if he paid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not. Probably because this was like so long ago.
He just showed up and everyone just ordered and whatever.
It was
like
it was pretty
it good.
It was pretty funny. It was beautiful. I mean, talking to him later, he had injured his back and he was on so many painkillers.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the funniest parts of the entire wedding, they're about to trade vows, and Bruce Cherry, if you remember Bruce, Bruce Cherry runs on stage. Oh, now I'm getting a toll-free call. Jesus.
Is that a landline? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
Joe, I don't work this way.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
Hello.
Talk to the caterer.
Hello.
It's the Redwood. It's the credit union. It happens all the time. A little fraud keeps you on your toes. It's a good thing.
Please hold while we transfer you to the next available customer service.
Oh, getting a customer representative. This never happens.
It's tonight. Boom, 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 boom.
We'll cut this out.
Thank you for taking our
Yeah.
call. Everybody will tell you.
Uh-huh. Correct.
Yeah, it's me. Bruce Cherry was a working man. He used to load that Econoline, man.
What is it for exactly? Do you know?
So the merchant's name is QRcode.io space
Hmm. No, it does not.
your card. I'll go ahead and block your card. It's not first unauthorized message. Unfortunately, the transaction did go through, so you will have to file a claim online. If you need much help with that, I can't provide you number any customer service, so they
Well, okay, wait. So, wait, I'm confused. So it already went through, but my card's gonna get canceled?
So, to clarify, we only could order two or call about into transactions until the transaction has finalized. Unfortunately, the transaction has finalized and authorized. So, regarding today, you want to contact main customer service, post house, be online for that transaction. And because you know do not recognize it, that means your card information kind of get compromised. So I have to block your card. And you have to.
Okay, that's wildly inconvenient, and it doesn't block the fraud. So, can I just go to my branch and get a new card there?
It's a card placement.
Okay, I'm just gonna do that then. Oh, no, that's it. I know where the branch is. I'll go in Monday. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for taking our call. Everybody, services, and have a lovely day.
Bye. It's not fraud prevention if you allowed the charge to occur, and now I have to be inconvenienced by having my debit card canceled and going to get a new one.
It's
you
brutal.
You didn't prevent anything.
Yeah, right. It's you're inconveniencing me to let me know I'll be more inconvenienced.
Yeah.
There's no accountability.
There's no you didn't.
I know.
You didn't do anything for me. You just basically told me like, hey, somebody got you for $50 and we're not going to get the money back for you. You have to file an additional claim and we're going to cancel your debit card so you can't use it. And it's, just the beginning of the month coming up. Yeah. There's no help there.
I just canceled an app for a car wash.
Yeah.
For my car. This is just what I did. So I canceled the app on my phone. And of course you're thinking, okay, I just got rid of the app. Are you going to charge me again? Let's assume yes. I drove to the office of Caddy Car Wash and dinged them. And they're like, yeah, you got to do that. Finally, I took care of it. But yeah, I preemptively did all this extra work so I don't have to deal with getting screwed. And I would have got screwed. I finally called the right place and they're like, yeah, your renewal is still on. So it's this conspiracy to make it hard to cancel things.
Yeah.
So it'll just pile up. And now, or you can spend money on the app, Joe, that helps you get rid of cancel apps.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard not to feel like they're all participating in just screwing you over. But don't call it fraud prevention when you didn't prevent it. You're telling me I got.
They're telling you to prevent it.
Yeah.
Go handle that.
Yeah. No. I have to file some.
You have to go find the guy.
Yeah.
Put a gag on him and bring him to the. Here, I got it.
Yeah, you're walking into the bank with me. And it was me. Well, unfortunately, we already allowed it to go through.
Well, it's fine.
How is this fraud prevention? How are you preventing it? I am bringing it in. I am proactive. I don't know. It's maddening. Anyway, that's probably what's going to happen with the wedding. I'm going to.
No, I'm going through this nostalgia, and here's my nostalgia with my wedding. It doesn't transfer to you because you're a grown up and you guys are going to have a great wedding. Like, I'll tell you what's prompting me to go back to this. Don't be a broke loser. I used to be this guy who I wanted everyone to do everything for free for me just because it was a nice thing. And I remember, this is something I regret. Remember Miley?
I do. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Miley, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well. You were so sweet. She went to culinary school. And I remember thinking, Miley, this is who I was. Miley will make my wedding cake for free because I'm so awesome. It's an honor to, you know what I mean? Not like I was doing that kind of thing for people. And I remember talking to Miley, like how, and she quoted me probably a really fair price. And I didn't follow up because I remember thinking it charged me $400 for, I wish I don't, I don't look fondly back on that.
Yeah, I mean, look,
being broke and looking for freebies all the time.
No, I look, I totally get that, and I remember I was a broke comic right there with you, man. I mean, and this occasion will not be that. Yeah, we both have money.
Yes.
It's just
blow your money.
Yeah, we're gonna blow it for what we want. Where it's gonna be fun.
Waste your money and enjoy it.
Do you know how much it costs though to release 100 white doves? It is just an astounding figure.
You got to be kidding me.
100 white doves. It's that's why we're gonna go
doves?
with. Well, we were, but I found a cheaper alternative. You can get
pigeons.
10 white mice and release those. And it's a slightly different effect, but still, it's like saying, here's our spirit going.
Then it gets everyone
on their feet.
Dance floor.
Gets them on the dance floor.
It's part of the ceremony's over.
Instead of a DJ, we're going to have interpretive mime dance. I think that's unique. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And we are getting married on 7-Eleven, so we're going to have a Slurpee machine.
I would love that, by the way. Are you serious?
That's all we're going to have for hors d'oeuvres is just
Slurpees?
Flavored ice is just.
I would enjoy that.
Okay.
Coke
bring your own wet wipes. It will.
Fine.
And try not to step on the mice. That's what's going to be on our invite.
All right, but I hate to tell you, I'm bringing my whole family. I'm sorry.
That's like what, 3 of you?
3 of us.
Yeah, I think we can.
I need a
+2
because my son
Dan. Now we're
loves
negotiating. And
your
son loves weddings.
Yes, the
really
kid loves weddings. He cuts a fucking rug. You'll be glad. He's there.
Okay, we can talk Star Wars when he's there.
Oh yeah, he's good talk. Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll dress up.
I mean, there's still debate about will I actually wear a Jedi outfit.
Are you going to be? Is this going to be a theme geek wedding?
It's not going to be a themed geek wedding, but if I wear a Jedi outfit, it's a themed geek wedding. There will be, though, however, that I'm going to wear a suit. I'm just going to be honest about that. But the wedding cake is going to be in the shape of a Millennium Falcon.
Really?
That has already been approved and decided on. And we have a baker, and we're in. It's Miley, by the way. She's coming out of retirement.
And she's going to get her dues. She's going to pay her.
She's going to get her dues.
Miley, what do you do? What's she doing?
I have no idea.
Miley.
You know who?
Give me a call.
We should get...
I apologize.
We should get Diamco.
I put you in an awkward...
We should get Tony Diamco and interview him and just... That'll be an hour
oh my God.
Of nostalgia and reflection.
Oh, of course. Yeah, what about... we need to get our friends. Dan Gabriel, Diamco,
Yeah. No, I'll start reaching out to them. So we had a guy for today, but then at the last minute we didn't because that happens. Comedians.
But you know what? Joe and I think we all miss the two of us. We need to gab it up like this a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah. It would be
those
amazing.
Loyal listeners, you miss. It's just us. There's something.
Yeah. No, it's all next week. We've got one of my favorite local guys. We actually got the whole month booked. We have a amazingly inventive trans comedian coming up. Then we've got a female comedian who just moved to New York, and then we've got another comic I was actually on Last Comic Standing with.
Great. All right.
We got the month of July coming up, but I'll get Diamco. That'd be helpful.
We got a lot coming up. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, folks.
To the Splain people. The Splain. The Splain.
Do it.
We'll see you next week.